Her unique approach to facilitation and developing vibrant organizational cultures bridges deficiencies in imagination with practical tools for acculturating equality, inclusion, and radical self-discovery through collective creativity and play. Her years of training and facilitating workshops emboldens and supports those around her to create transformative organizational cultures rooted in the ethics of self-care, land care, and fair share. And more information, if you'd like to get in touch with her as well, you can reach her at her website, which is www.bonesbugsandbotany.com. Please welcome Asia Dorsey.
Yay. How's everybody doing? And we should have 2 microphones, but I'm wondering what it would be like to be down here. Oh, I like this better. All right, we're gonna be down here. So before we begin, I want to preface that my time with you today is not just talking about relationships, but actually getting into them. Okay? And so our work today is going to be a demonstration of process. I am an organizational consultant for Regenerate Change. Adam Abrajesdale, Adam Brock, and I focus on bringing the principles of ecosystems into our people systems. And one of the ways we do that is through play. And so we're gonna play today, y'all. Y'all gonna be mad at me, because I'm gonna ask you to talk to your neighbors and tell the truth. So what we're gonna do, who's familiar with Polyvagal Theory? Nobody. Oh. Can you tell us a little bit about Polyvagal Theory? We're going to try to not make the... I think this is fine.
Polyvagal, so it has to do with the vagus nerve, right? Which is kind of a communication system between, I feel it's like, all the good stuff. Basically, it's the science of Kundalini, the way that I see it. And Orca.
I guess the thing that I'm most familiar with is the regulation of the nervous system.
Yes. So the theory in polyvagal theory is that through history, all beings have evolved different ways of regulating their autonomic nervous system. That is our fight and flight, our rest and digest nervous system. In response to stressors, in response to trauma, depending on the tone of our vagal nerve and our vagal system, we will respond in a number of different ways. Sometimes we move into our dorsal vagal system where we collapse and we hide, right? This is the turtle-like way of coping that's really associated with our reptilian brain, okay? One of the most important things about us as people is we have evolved specific systems of co-regulation. It's one of the most significant aspects of who we are as mammals, people who drink breast milk, along with our four-leggeds, right? Is that we have actually been designed to co-regulate with each other. In our society, we focus on self-regulation, right? And self-regulation is great. Many animals also know how to self-regulate. But the thing that keeps us as humans is the fact that we actually need each other. How many of you have ruminants? Maybe sheep or goats. And what's the rule about having a sheep or a goat? Oh, y'all have rabbits. Okay. For those of you who have like larger ruminants, you're never supposed to have one, right? They're going to die. They're going to be so depressed. And they're going to fall apart, right? You always buy a pair so that they have the capacity to co-regulate with each other. So what you're going to leave with at the end of this conversation are tools. We're going to move through our various nervous systems. We're going to practice some self-regulation. And then we're going to practice relationship as co-regulation. Okay? How does that sound? Yeah? Okay. All right. We got it. So, there are, I kind of want you to choose which technique I teach you. So, first technique is called heart-centered breathing, and it's slightly meditative. The second technique is called Bumble Bee Breath. So, we're going to clap, and whichever one you want to do more, clap louder. You want to do the heart-centered meditation? Okay. And how about bumblebee breath? All right, let's try it again. I'm not neutral. You do. I want to hear you whooping and hollering, okay? Heart-centered meditation. Bumblebee breath. Y'all want to learn bumblebee breath? Okay. All right. So, to perform bumblebee breath, what you're going to do, and I'm going to demonstrate before you do it so that you can choose if you want to play or not, okay? So we are going to take our thumb and place it on our ear flap. Y'all are going to do both. I only have one hand. Right? You're going to place your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you are going to hum. And you can also place the pads of your finger at the top of your head because you want to feel the vibration. And so I'm going to give you an example, and maybe you can hum with me, okay? You can remove your hands and place them back out your side. What do you notice is happening in your body right now? It feels good. Yes. What else are you noticing? You feel lighter. Yes. What else is happening for you right now? Quiet. That's right. So, bumblebee breath is a technique that we use in Yoga Nidra. It was developed in India, but it's also an ancestral technology that you can find in church. Anytime we hum in that way, those vibrations, ironically or not, some of you believe in things like this and some of you don't, but scientifically, vibrating actually helps to remove some of the stuckness that's around our pineal gland and all of the glands that are on top at the roof of our mouth. Not only that, but participating in that frequency actually helps you to improve your listening, and it helps you to improve your listening of others. Bumble Bee Breath is just one of the many ways that we can use to take some time away, to get grounded back into self and in body. And when we're thinking about conflict, and especially conflict resolution, often we move into these spaces of conflict activated. So one of the ways that we start to work with preventative conflict resolution includes centering and grounding itself with an activity like Bumble Bee Breath or meditation or heart-centered breathing, jumping jacks, touching your body, and especially touching your face. All of these things help you to move into a grounded and centered place. Okay. So now that we're grounded and centered, you want to do it again? We can practice heart-centered meditation. We do have time for that. But y'all don't like, okay, whatever, it's fine. So the next activity we're going to move into, we like to call it relational soil building. And what I would like y'all to do, and some of our former students are here, so y'all know what's up. So what I would like you to do is to move towards one other person within the boundaries that they like. So don't be in their face, but I want you to get a partner. And you don't have to know this partner. In fact, it's even better if you don't know the person who's next to you. Okay? I see some of y'all looking around. I also need a partner up here, someone to demonstrate with. Yeah? You want to play with me? Yes. Thank you. So we are going to practice relationship as meditation and relationship as co-regulation. Okay? So this is my favorite game. This is called the noticing game. Anybody know the noticing game? So we are going to use the sentence stem, standing here with you, I notice. Okay? And you get to notice whatever you want about the other. You can notice something about their posture, their energy, their outfit, maybe how they stand, maybe how they're being in the world. And in response to being noticed, you're going to say, well, hearing that, I notice. And you're going to check in with yourself real quick. You might notice some sensation in your body. You might notice feelings arise. You might notice you retreating or hiding. But whatever it is you notice, it's perfectly fine. Okay? So, what's the sentence stem again? Standing here with you, I notice. And then what happens? Hearing that, I notice. Okay? So we're gonna do some demonstration. Okay? Standing here with you, I notice the tone of your arms. Come this way. We got rules.
Hearing that, I notice I'm embarrassed. I feel embarrassed.
Hearing that, I noticed that my heart started palpitating a little quicker. Yep.
Hearing that, I'm shy.
Hearing that, I have the sensation to move closer to you.
Hearing that, I welcome that.
Hearing that, or standing here with you, I notice how your eyes kind of go up and then they go down in such a beautiful slope.
Not good at this. Hearing that, I appreciate what you said.
Hearing that, my heart just got a little bigger. Thank you. Yes. So y'all can go back and forth with hearing that. And you can also break that and say something that you notice. Okay? We'll talk a little bit more after this round. So I have my handy dandy phone somewhere. Perfect. And we are going to do this very first round for 3 minutes. Okay? And then we'll do our second round. Actually, no. 4 minutes. Also, remember, the rule when you're with me is that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So for those of you who do not want to participate, I want to employ you to be our group listener. And so your job is going to be to walk around and notice what's happening with the group field, okay? So anyone who doesn't want to play, you're still a part of it. Nobody's on the outside, okay? So I'll check in first with my, what do I want to call y'all? The homies. I'll check in first with the homies to see what observations they made, and then we'll check in with you to see what your experience was like, okay? So we're going to start now. All right, y'all. We hit our 4-minute mark. We hit our 4 minutes. I love seeing how sticky y'all are. How much time it takes you to bring your attention back to me, which I like, right? All right. So, where's the homies at? Who was doing observation work? I saw a hand. Are you the homie? Observation? Yes. Would you like to come over here and tell us what you noticed about the energies and all the things? Yeah.
First off, I saw a connection that I've never seen before. I experienced y'all, you. Those two that were standing by the pole had an energy that was way above all the rest of y'all because they connected eyeball to eyeball. The people, this lady, ma'am, your smile lights this place up. The energy that you two women shared is a bond that you can't ever break. I felt it. I was standing here, my camera was shaking. I said, quit shaking, because I felt the energy coming from your, not what you were saying, what you were expressing with your bodies. The energy your life brought. You'll see when I put a video up. I'm going to put a video up. All of you are going to be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, wherever I can post it. Social media is going to have your faces, and I promise you, the people that are going to see what I experienced, and I wanted her to let me, because I was here in the intuitive place that I stay, loving it. Those two ladies back there. Your hearts connected, didn't they? You two back there, yes, the two girls with the hats on. You connected really, really strong.
Let's check in. Thank you so much for that noticing and that sharing. Shout out to our homies who are part, even if they don't want to be a part, right? There's room for everybody. I'm curious about what you noticed in that activity. What came up for you? Yes, please come on up. We're staying centered. What's your name?
I'm Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Hi there.
What did you know?
Well, he mentioned that he felt soft in the belly, which sent my bottom two chakras straight to the center of the earth. And then we just started vibrating.
Yeah.
And usually I can't feel my palms when I do that. So it was like I could tell all of a sudden that I was vibrating because I couldn't feel my palms anymore. And it was a definite connection.
Yeah.
I didn't want to yell in it.
You're doing a great job.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Think I'm
A
done.
definite connection. Thank you. And who absolutely hated that? Was like, I didn't sign up for this. Who for whom was this a problem? I want to hear from you too. You are also important. Anybody? Yeah, come on up.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Ariana? Yeah, so this is my Aunt Lisa. I call her, I'm her right-hand woman. But we've known each other forever, and it was a different kind of challenge to actually sit and notice each other. It was like, we're always going, we're always making something happen. So to actually have a moment to notice each other, you know, she said something that is very common for people to see in me, but she sees me as so much more already. And when she noticed that thing, it felt so good to have like people like my nose. And she's like, oh, your nose. That's kind of cool. So yeah, it was a different kind of depth. In space.
Yes, word. So we had some shot. I'm curious if his observations were y'all observations. So who else would like to share with me what is present now that maybe wasn't present before that activity? And or I hate you so much right now. I'm here for all of it, I promise. Yeah, please come on up. Yeah, it's what's present for you now that wasn't here.
Yeah, so present for me now is one, connecting with somebody that I probably wouldn't have connected with, and also acknowledging the structure in which to connect was limiting. And so maybe like opened up a pathway in myself to actually connect without having the impetus of a structure and just be more free with connecting. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for that observation. I find that unstructuredness leads to even more anxiety because then you have to think about this, that, the other. Then you have to be real cool. Then you have to like. But I like that observation. All right, y'all. So now we are going to get into round 2. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, we still got our observers out in the field. We still got the homies checking the scene. Okay, wonderful. So round 2, the sentence stem is sitting here with you, I notice and I wonder. So this is your opportunity to get curious about the person that you're noticing. Okay? Hearing that, I notice and wonder, or hearing that, I notice. Okay? So can I have someone to come up and demo with me? I'm seeing the young lady with the blue, navy blue polka dots, the green stripe. Nope, she's like, I don't see you, sis. It's fine. It's fine. Preteens. Okay. Who would like to demo with me? Yes, thank you. Okay. Standing here with you, I notice the butterfly on your hat, and I'm wondering how liberated you feel in your everyday experience.
Being with you, I notice the red scarf and the bright dress. And I'm curious about your journey of confidence and expression. And I wonder what that journey looked like.
Hearing that, I notice my clavicles smiling. And I wonder, like, what it's like to fall in love with you. I wonder if people in your life are constantly experiencing like a deep body smile.
Hearing you say that makes me almost want to cry. And it makes me feel really seen and curious about that skill you have to see people and express it vulnerably and with strength. And it makes me curious about who you are and how you walk to get here.
Wow. Okay, I'm starting to cry. Okay, we're done with that one. Thank you so much. All right. So that's the demonstration. I want you to be in your edge or not. You don't have to cross the threshold, right? You have the autonomy to notice what you want or what you don't want. So you're good. Okay, so we're going to have another 4 minutes. Thank you, Lisa. All right, and we're gonna get into it. All right, y'all. Welcome back. So I'll tell you what. The degree of stickiness is increasing. There is an actual and tangible way to measure group cohesion. And it's literally how long it takes people to unstick and to return their focus to me. So, how was that? Who would like to share? Let's get some new voices. Come on up, come on up. I want to know what that was like for you. I'm seeing smiles. Before we talk about what it was like, who was an observer? I see the wonderful person here with the aviator shades on. Would you like to share what you noticed around you? Yay, thank you. Okay.
So what, Vincent is my name. Thank you. So what I noticed is people who already knew each other, but getting able to go further layers deep and find out things that they might have observed but didn't know before. And that is very revelatory because it helps you understand a person you already knew and now know better. And probably going forward, you may have a better relationship with them. And I think that's very, very important because I think in our day-to-day lives, we have surface communications, but we don't go a couple layers deeper because we don't take that time. And this allowed people to take the time to go deeper, even though it was only 4 minutes.
Okay. Listen to our homie. Thank you. Somebody in the audience is still mad at me. They said, I wanted a lecture. Who else would like to share what they noticed in being curious? What happened for you in that space? I'm going to just pick the wonderful person with the ankle warmers. There we go, Olga. Yes, thanks for coming up here. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Orca. Gosh, what I noticed was my desire to go really deep with this person, but there was also still a little bit of hesitancy in myself of like, I don't know this person, but can we get to know each other? It was kind of this like, yeah, push and pull. Yeah. But I also noticed how important it is and how deeply I really want to go with everybody that I meet, you know, because that feels healing and supportive to my life. And yeah, and maybe to their life. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I'm curious about for whom was that also the case? You noticed wanting to go deep but pulling back because you don't know this person. I'm seeing a head shake. I'm curious about what you experienced. We got the Outback Steakhouse hat on. The Akubra, maybe? Yes, welcome up.
Thanks for coaxing me up here.
Yeah.
So I was amazed. I'm Tim.
Tim.
So what I was amazed at, how fast, how deep and fast we went into the cosmic giggle. You know, we just hit the source and the universal, and I could not stop. It was just coming out. Yeah. You know, the giggle is on right now, looking at your face, right, with that big smile of yours. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, thank you. And shout out to the cosmic giggle. I don't know what time it is or how much time I got left. I know someone's going to yell it at me like, 5:20. So I have like 3 minutes? Oh, boo. So, reclaiming self. Reclaiming village. Reclaiming environment. Why is it that we're at the Crustone Energy Fair and I have y'all staring into each other's eyes? Why am I doing this? Why does this matter to our work? It's energy. That's right. But why else does this matter to our work? Because everything is relational. Nothing moves without labor power, without people power, right? What I just shared with you is an actual technology for building relationship, right? We are doing mycelial organizing, right, Duffy? And in order to build bonds with people who we don't know, in order to move forward regulations, in order to create the change we want to see, we have to talk to people. We have to people with each other. In order to create love and affinity and relationships that become mundane and competitive, we have to see each other newly, again and again, each and every day. Relationship is a social technology. This technology means that if you participate in activities like this before you are about to have a divisive conversation, what do you think is going to happen to that conversation? Are you going to be able to make the other an other when you notice the way that their eyes water up when you say something mean to them? Right? We often talk about community and relationship and all of these beautiful concepts in the abstract. But in our material reality, because of the conditions of capitalism, because of the conditions of colonization and disconnection, because of the conditions that we ourselves impose called, I'm not allowed to be real with you right now, we experience isolation in our everyday lives because we walk around being unseen, and we also unsee everyone around us. They just become the landscape. And so what I really invite for the rest of this energy fair is that I want you to practice noticing each other. And I know that there are social justice-y things that say you gotta pretend like you don't notice what you notice. Like you can't talk about, like, oh, I noticed you gained a little weight. But anyone who has a grandmother knows that it feels good to be seen, that they could track changes. Like, that's really great. So what I want to invite as we are reclaiming ourselves and our village and our communities and our environment, that the route to reclamation is seeing. So I want y'all to practice seeing and being seen. I also want you to notice how you're feeling in your body having been seen. I want you to notice how your thoughts aren't racing. I want you to notice how your shoulders have dropped away from your ears. I want you to notice that social regulation is as powerful as any kind of individualistic meditation that you can do. And you make friends, right? And so as we literally move from individualism, right, we can use social meditation as a way to cause healing in group and in self in any instance, right? And so that's what I want to share with you today. I will be up here tomorrow, and this is what I'm going to offer. I want you to come and talk to me. And if there's something in particular you would like to explore in my next talk tomorrow, I'm open to giving you what you want. Okay? So thank you so much, y'all. My name is Asia Dorsey. I'm an organizational consultant at Regenerative Change and an herbalist at Bones, Bugs, and Botany. And I am so, so happy to be here with so many like-minded spirits. And I look forward to continuing to cultivate beautiful community. Thank you so much.